Hello and welcome to another episode of How to Be a Great Player. I'm not on green screen today because my dogs ate it. No, seriously. They jumped up on the green cloth and pulled it off of the ceiling. And it will take a little bit of courage for me to get back up there to reattach it. So we are back to the old ways. We're talking about different character types. And so the character type we're going to discuss today is the character of the conscience. The conscience is the type of character within a party who looks beyond their own needs and sometimes beyond the needs of the party and towards the needs of those that the party are going to affect. What this means is that the conscience is all about caring. Will our actions cause harm to others? Will our actions cause harm to ourselves? A conscience within the party is the one who's looking out for the party. Whilst the dependable character might very well be running around making sure that everything stays on track, it's the conscience that runs around making sure that the question is asked, is the track worth it? So how do you play this conscience character without becoming the most annoying, namby-pamby, wishy-washy, self-centered, oh, let's not do it because it's dangerous type of character? Well, to put it quite simply, the conscience character is the character who is thinking ahead. Well, I've packed all this gear. I know we're going into a desert, but I brought snowshoes in case we come across a cave that leads to the top of a mountain and there's snow. Then we've got snowshoes, so then we won't worry about, going through the snow. And I've also packed some woolen clothes and some furs. And then because we are going into the desert, I've got 400 gallons of water. I just need everyone to help me carry it, please. So the conscience character is a thinking character. They're not leading, they're not deciding where to go, but when the leader says, right, we shall go forth and slay those orcs, the conscience might need to be the character who says, but if we don't succeed in slaying the orcs, how do we make sure that the orcs don't reprise and burn down the village that we've just come from? Because undoubtedly the orcs will work out that we must have come from that little village. So perhaps we need to fortify the village first in case we don't succeed. Or perhaps we need to chat to the villagers and see if that's really what they want. Do they want us to destroy those orcs with whom they trade? The conscience character, in my opinion, is a very fun character to play because you're the character that everybody's going to turn to saying, no, we don't have 6 months worth of trail rations, actually. we don't have any food at all. Oh, well, I've got food, says the conscience character. I thought about what it was that we were going to eat along the way, and I thought, well, the ranger's very good at finding food, but what if we came across an area where there was no food, like that undead forest that we've now been walking through for the last 4 days? I've got food. Yes, we've got rope. Do we have rope? Yes, I've got rope. I'm the conscience character. I thought about whether we were going to get stuck climbing that mountain or not, and I thought, you know what, even though we're going into the middle of a plain, I'm going to bring 500 feet of rope with me. Yes, it's the silk rope because it doesn't weigh as much as the hemp rope. I'm the character that's thought about it. I'm caring. The conscience character is also a helpful character. Oh, you're building a campfire. Let me help with that. I've got flint and tinder, and in case those don't work, I've got a fire stick, and in case that doesn't work, I've got a fire beetle, which I keep in this little box in case we need to start a fire with damp items. The conscience character is the character who's got everything under control. During battle, the conscience character is the one who's going, he's in trouble, I need to help him. Oh, the dependable character's there. But who's going to help the dependable character? Well, that's me, conscience. The conscience character, although they are thinking and they're caring and they're helpful, they can also be very stubborn. I refuse to allow us to endanger that village without providing the village with any kind of help or support. I refuse it. We must help them first to defend themselves in case those orcs do a reprise. I'm not going otherwise. Dependable character, I know that's our course, but this is part of our course. Are we not heroes? It's a good question, isn't it? So the conscience of the party literally acts as the conscience of the entire group, making sure that everyone remains focused on the task, but that the task itself is worth focusing on. I can think of no other more valuable character to have in a party than the leader, because you need someone to decide where they're going, and then you need the conscience to ask the captain of that starship, is she really prepared to sacrifice the lives of all of those people on the planet to fulfill her own ego? And it raises some very interesting role-playing questions. And also, if you're not the particularly chatty type, if you prefer rather to observe than to actually participate and dialogue with NPCs, this type of character is the type that really gets you involved in the story, because you're the one who's actually thinking about how to succeed at the mission, rather than just trying to bulldoze the biggest amount of reward out of the character or to decide how you're going to do it. I hope this has been helpful in determining how you should play a conscience-type character. They are, in my opinion, fun to play because they are they're the people who make sure that things happen in a smooth way and that everything has been catered for and prepared for. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and feel free to share us, add your comments on whether you might actually be the conscience of your party and not even know it. And if you haven't already done so, check out Mutants and Masterminds, Bacon Battalion, 121st Division. It's our new role-playing group, that same players, new system, new characters, and it's quite interesting to have a look and see how they are struggling because they don't have a conscience in their group. Until next time, happy playing.